Here's a nice concept that I like to talk about a lot, and I want to share it with you. And it's a phrase that I heard from a very successful entrepreneur. I forgot his name actually just now, but it doesn't matter. It says the gold is just over your own self-doubt. This is a very powerful sentence, very powerful phrase. What it means basically is that most of the good things that are in your future are just across your own fears and self-doubt and, self-confidence, if you will. And once you push past that and you break that wall is usually when you find success, whatever that may mean to you. It's not all about business, right? It could be an emotional thing. It could be a relationship thing. It could be many other things that are not related to money. But obviously on this channel, if you're new here, my name is Nir. I talk about entrepreneurship, personal development, personal finance, how to make money online. I run my own company for the past, I want to say, almost 15 years. I help clients with their online marketing as well. If you like these types of videos, please give me the thumbs up, grease up that YouTube algorithm. Consider subscribing to see more of what I post. Again, every time you want to do something that you're not comfortable with, your brain kind of tricks you and your inner voice kind of tricks you and starts saying reasons why this is not a good idea, right? You want to start that online business you always dreamt of doing. You want to go after a singing career. You want to be a dancer, whatever it may be. Every time you have that an idea in your head, one of the first things that pop up is like, oh, I'm not really that good of a dancer, so maybe, I don't want to embarrass myself in front of other people, or, I have this great idea for an online business, but, I actually seen similar things online, so maybe, what's the point? Why would I make it if these guys are already doing it? Or, if you want to hit up that sweet girl in the club or boy in the club, but, a second before you approach, your brain kind of like, you know what? She's really hot or he's really cute. Why would he want to go with me, right? And you just don't approach. And this is a mistake. And what a lot of successful entrepreneurs, a lot of successful people do is that they break the barrier of their own self-doubt. And once they are able to do that and do that consistently, that's where you find the gold, right? That's what the phrase is. That's where you find success. So every time you come up with an idea, I'm not saying every thing that jumps into your mind is a thing you should pursue, but don't let your own self-doubt stop you, right? In my experience, and if you ask any successful entrepreneur, I'm sure they all say the same. Every time you overcome this little voice in your head that talks you out of things and you do them anyway, most of the time, not 100% of the time, but most of the time, it leads to something good. Even if the business idea failed, even if the girl you wanted to hook up with rejected you, at the end of the day, it leads to something positive and something good. You grow from it, you learn from it, and next time you do better. And the most important thing that happens is that you train your muscle in your brain to not listen to that voice that is trying to convince you to not do anything with your life. A life that is worth living is a life that is overcoming challenges and breaking barriers, and a lot of the times the barriers are just in our minds. So this is just a quick video that I wanted to share, and a few techniques that I like to use to overcome these mental blocks is that I don't feed them enough time, right? The little voice in your head usually feeds on time. So if I have an idea to do something, the longer I wait, the longer I dwell on it, the less likelihood of it happening. And that's like standard with most people. So if you think you want to do something, the shorter period of time between the idea and execution, the higher chances you will actually do it. It doesn't mean you have to complete it. Obviously, you're not going to build a successful business in 1 day or 1 week or even 1 year. But if you do the first steps towards that idea, you already got the ball rolling. And now instead of thinking about doubt, you're thinking about what's the next steps, what do I need to do now to move this forward, right? Same thing applies to relationships. If you're thinking about talking to a girl at the club, if you just take the first steps and walk towards her, now instead of thinking, oh, she's not going to want to go with me, she's going to reject me, now you're thinking, because you're already physically walking there, now your brain is like, okay, what am I going to say? I'm going to ask her to dance, I'm going to offer her a drink. You shift the conversation inside your head from negative to positive and more proactive. That's like the best thing I can say about eliminating self-doubt. So remember this phrase next time. The goal is just over your self-doubt. Consider subscribing to my channel if you like this stuff. I will post more. And as always, I'll see you in the next